I was scrolling through my contacts to call Vicky when the black van screeched to a halt beside me. The side door rolled open with a metallic groan, and my hand instinctively moved toward the small canister of pepper spray in my jacket pocket. The Penguin stepped out onto the snowy sidewalk, his umbrella already open despite the light flurries. Even in the dim streetlight, his features were unmistakable. The long nose, the short, pudgy frame wrapped in an expensive wool coat that probably cost more than my monthly rent. Behind him emerged a figure in red, the top hat identifying him immediately as the ringmaster. "Miss Thomas," Penguin said, his voice carrying that peculiar waddle-like quality that matched his gait. "What a fortuitous encounter." My heart hammered against my ribs, but I kept my expression neutral. Years of training with Bruce had taught me that showing fear was the same as showing weakness. "Mr. Cobblepot," I replied evenly. "I'm just heading home, long night." "Renee, stay calm," Bruce's voice crackled through my earpiece. "You're on a public street. They won't try anything obvious." The ringmaster moved to flank me, cutting off my path to the subway entrance. Up close, I could see the garish makeup poorly concealing scars beneath, the cruel set of his mouth. "We heard about your little meeting with the Joker, Miss Thomas," Penguin continued, tapping his umbrella against the concrete with each word. "The entire criminal underworld is abuzz with the news. Jack Napier, risen from the dead as some sort of theatrical monster. Fascinating, really." I tightened my grip on my bag, acutely aware of the envelope inside containing Shrek's documents. I was just doing my job. He wanted to tell his story. "Your job?" The ringmaster's laugh was harsh, like gravel scraping glass. "Is that what we're calling it?" Penguin held up a gloved hand, silencing his associate. "We also heard that our dear, deranged Jack has developed something of a fascination with you. He thinks you're his messenger. How delightfully gothic." Snow continued to fall, accumulating on Penguin's umbrella. A taxi passed, its headlights briefly illuminating the scene, but the driver didn't slow. Just another moment of Gotham weirdness, not worth investigating. "Get to the point," I said, channeling every ounce of courage I possessed. "What do you want?" Penguin's eyes narrowed behind his glasses. "Direct. I appreciate that quality in a woman. Very well. Next time you see our friend the Joker, and we both know there will be a next time, you make sure you tell him that he cannot muscle into our territory. The Red Triangle Gang works for Mr. Shrek, and Mr. Shrek has plans that don't include interference from a chemical-burned lunatic." The threat hung in the cold air between us. I processed the information quickly. Shrek's enforcers were worried about Joker disrupting their operations, which meant Joker's chaos was already having an impact on whatever scheme they were running. "Renee, agree with them," Bruce instructed through the comm. "Get out of there." "Yes, sir," I said, my voice steadier than I felt. "I'll tell him that." The ringmaster stepped closer, and I caught the scent of grease paint and something sour underneath. "You're a smart girl, Miss Thomas. Smart enough to know what happens to people who get caught in the crossfire between organizations like ours. Smart enough to remember that reporters who dig too deep sometimes find themselves buried." My jaw clenched. The dimpled smile I usually wore was nowhere to be found, replaced by something harder. "Are you threatening me?" "Threatening?" Penguin's laugh was surprisingly high-pitched. "My dear girl, we're protecting you. Consider this a courtesy call. The criminal landscape of Gotham is shifting, and civilians, even pretty young reporters, need to understand the new hierarchy. Joker is a rogue element. We are professionals." He gestured with his umbrella toward the van. "The Red Triangle Gang has been in Gotham for decades. We understand the old rules, the old ways. Joker wants to burn it all down. Mr. Shrek wants to build something new. You do well to remember which side serves the city's interests." The irony wasn't lost on me. Criminals claiming to serve Gotham while terrorizing its citizens. But I bit back the retort. "Good," the ringmaster said, apparently satisfied with my silence. Since we understand each other, we'll be going now. Watch your back, Miss Thomas. Not all monsters are as courteous as we are." They climbed back into the van, and it pulled away into traffic, leaving me standing in the falling snow. My legs felt weak, adrenaline draining from my system. "Bruce," I whispered, "they know about the meeting. How?" "GCPD has leaks, or Shrek has surveillance we haven't detected. Either way, you're officially in the crosshairs of multiple criminal organizations." His voice carried a weight I recognized, the same tone he'd used when explaining particularly dangerous missions. "Head to the bunker. We need to accelerate our timeline." My phone buzzed. Vicky Vale again, demanding details. Then another text from Selena, still coming at 8. I looked down at my hands, surprised to find them trembling. Not from fear, though that was present, but from anger. The Penguin and his circus freaks thought they could intimidate me into playing messenger between criminal factions. They thought I was just some reporter caught in the wrong place. They had no idea who I really was. But that was the problem, wasn't it? As Crimson Claw, I could fight. As Renee Thomas, reporter, I was vulnerable. And now I'd drawn attention from Shrek's organization, Joker's madness, and who knew what other threats lurking in Gotham's shadows. I texted Selena back. "Yes, 8 o'clock, be careful tonight." Then I descended into the subway, disappearing into the fluorescent-lit tunnels beneath the city. But I couldn't shake the feeling that I was descending into something far deeper than the underground. A war between monsters where the only question was which one would devour Gotham first.